We were speaking in the house before coming here.
Müslüman alemi güzel, yayılıyor İslam.
Islam is prevailing,
Önemli bir şeydir. Yani
but quality is really very important.
çok bozuk olur hayat.
If people are not having this quality,
Kalite çok önemli bir konu.
then people have a distorted understanding because quality is really very important. It's an important part of life. And if people do not
Olmayınca
give
dünya cehennem
worth to quality, if there is no aesthetic, if there is no beauty, then the world will be turning into hell-like
konuşması kaliteli olacak.
atmosphere. People should be talking in a beautiful way.
Kaliteli olacak.
Their perfume should be beautiful. Their clothing should be beautiful. Their mosques, their houses, everything will be beautiful with the Muslims. I was watching in a television channel. People all seem to be lower in quality. There are women, and they are lower in quality again. There are Muslims, but they appear to be low quality. And when I look at their way of speaking, there is no quality.
Sistemi mi getireceksin? Yani
Are you trying to establish this system? Is this your ideal way of living?
böyle mi yaşayacaksın?
Do you want people to live that way? For instance, Europe is really very important about giving importance to quality, and the French and the English people, they want their lives to be high quality,
Kaliteli olmak
and Muslims also should have a high quality in their lives.
bu konuda da bir kitap gerekir.
I think there is need for a book about this topic also.
İslam ve kalite.
Islam and quality. That could be the name of this book. Let us prepare this one, inshallah.
Hocam dinliyorum. Kızım kardeşlerim
Some of our friends have a very low quality Muslim understanding,
tepki alıyorlar.
and therefore they receive great reaction from the world. However, if this kind of a high quality understanding of Islam is told to people, actually the entire world would be turning towards Islam. Since this quality does not exist in how they preach Islam, the people are refraining from them because they look to be without wearing nice clothes, without speaking a nice way, and they're trying to introduce Islam to be that way. And that is causing a great irritation, a great reaction in people.
Adamlar İslam'a tepki duyuyor. Halbuki adamlar kalitesize tepki
And those ones think that people are against Islam. However, people are against that disgusting and ugly appearance. There is no reaction to Islam. This reaction is to
bayağı kararlılar. Birçoğu.
being in low quality, but they are so determined in
Kıyafette kalitesiz.
living that way. They can't speak with quality, they can't eat with quality. I look at their wives, they are also not qualified. They only are after cooking, they're only after giving birth to children. They have primitive houses, and this is not related with money really, because they could have cheap houses maybe, but they could have high quality
Kaliteyi hırs
appearance. Quality should be a great determination for people. Yes. We are going on our conversation with my beautiful one with beautiful eyes.
ilginç bir delikanlı. Böyle.
There's an interesting person who has written a letter criticizing according to his own mindset.
Onun için önemli değil benim gördüğüm.
But quality is not important for him as far as I understand. With that kind of a mindset, Islam will not because they would not be accepting that understanding of quality because they're acting so disgusting manners in such a disgusting way against the women, against themselves. They don't understand arts, science, aesthetics. But when there is quality in everywhere, including art, science, and aesthetics, that will be
Yoksa insanlar
very easy for people to believe in Islam because this deficiency, this lack of understanding in quality is the reason why Islam is not prevailing all around the world. If people have good intentions, if there is social justice, if people are in friendly atmospheres, And if they have such an advancement in science and technology, what would you say to this if you tell that person? They would definitely be accepting that. And if you tell them this is Islam, and they will embrace Islam. But what you are showing people is not Islam. You are turning worship, some part of the worship, just like a torture. Rather than friendship, they have a different understanding. They cannot become friends. Those communities, it's really hard for them to get in contact. It's really easy to get in contact, to be friends with a disbeliever, but in some places it's really hard to be friends with believers. So, in order to widespread Islam, we understand that the major problem is quality. If they say that he's preaching Islam and Islam is not widespreading, then he should be searching for that problem in himself, because there is a lack of quality. In some locations, actually, when a person is poor, when that person is given certain means, provided certain means, actually, that person could have a nice approach to Islam, but that would not be a strong influence. They have turned Islam in such a complex way, as if such a hard way of living, and the quality that they introduce people is so deficient, is so lacking, that they find that to be like hell. Why is the reason for that? Why don't you show Islam to be like paradise? Why don't you show these morals and this approach to be like paradise? Then why would that person ever react to it? Because when they introduce a women model, for instance, in their approach you cannot find any love, because they find ugliness to be the major principle. They find lack of quality to be the essence of their understanding. They remove all kinds of beauty, as if beauty is a kind of a forbidden thing for the women, and they find ugly women to be more taqwa, to be more fearful of Allah, and they find beautiful women with high-class look, and that is the same for also men. For instance, a man who is not wearing nice clothing, who doesn't take care of himself, actually, they find that person to be fearful of Allah. However, they don't want such people in their own houses. They don't want their children to get in contact with those ones. They want to be distant, far from those people. But they find people high quality, and they are in admiration of those quality, actually, and they come close to those high quality people, but in practice they show as if quality is a wrong way. Therefore, that quality, deadlock, should be really described in a book. Let us do that by writing a book